dear friends. The brilliant writer C.S. Lewis wrote a thought-provoking book called The Great Divorce. It is not the kind of divorce that occurs between husband and wife. It is about the divorce that occurs between our souls and God. In this book, C.S. Lewis gives us a picture of hell as a big city with all its pressures and problems. In this big city, the weather is always cold and wet with heavy rain. The light is always gray and murky. The people in the city of hell become more and more acutely aware of the great separation that has taken place between their souls and God. And they sink deeper and deeper into their gloomy surroundings and horrible conditions. However, God given them a way out of this terrible situation. God has provided a shuttle bus service from hell to heaven, a never-ending regular bus service. All you need to do is get on the bus and let the power of God carry you into the light. The incredible thing about the story is that very few people choose to get on board the buses, even though they are arriving and departing all the time. The people find all kinds of excuses for putting the journey off to some vague future time. And they miss the opportunity to be carried by the power of God from death to new life, from the misery of being estranged from God to the joy of being in union with God. In the Gospel of St. John, chapter 1, verses 9 to 12, we read, "The true light, which enlightens everyone, was coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world came into being through him. Yet the world did not know him. He came to what was his own, and his own people did not accept him. But to all who received him, who believed in his name, he gave power to become children of God." Yes, in this modern world, we stand in the darkness of a great divorce. God is love, as it should be. Unfortunately, some people use hatred to destroy Christian religion and beliefs, thinking that it is the way to foster and spread their own ideology and beliefs. The blasphemy that happened in the Paris Olympics is a prime example of this issue. Jesus foretold that the wheat field of God's kingdom would be mixed with weeds. The original intention of the Olympics was to foster respect among all nations, cultures, languages, and religions. However, this kind of major events are sometimes misused by radicals to insult, hurt, or express their hatred toward Christianity. These actions demonstrate that those whose religion, ideology and beliefs fail to promote mutual love and respect, are not aligned with the values of the global community. One day, the Greek philosopher Diogenes walked down the street with a lighted lantern. Someone asked him, "What are you doing?" Diogenes answered, "I am looking for an honest person." Sometimes we may feel the way Diogenes did. We see so much hatred, corruption in the world that we wonder how many honest people are left. In today's gospel, the people ask Jesus, "What sign can you do that we may see and believe in you?" Interesting, isn't it? One day, after witnessing Jesus feeds 5,000 people with a few loaves, they were asking for something to help them believe in him. They had witnessed the power of God, and yet, one day later, the miracle seemed forgotten and had no impact on their belief at all. You see the same reaction in the first reading, where we find the Israelites who had witnessed the power of God parting the sea so they could escape the Egyptians pursuing them. 3 days later, they witnessed the power of God making fresh water out of a polluted pond. But none of that seems to help them maintain their faith in God. For now, they wish they had never left Egypt because they are hungry. They have quickly forgotten the miracles God worked to free them and to sustain them. How can anyone witness the power of God without it impacting their faith? Do we need constant signs to believe? Dear friends, we of course do have constant signs to believe in Jesus, and that is the Eucharist. This miracle happens every day when we celebrate the Holy Mass. When the people ask Jesus, "What can we do to accomplish the works of God?" Jesus answered them, "This is the work of God, that you believe the one he sent." So they said to him, "What sign can you do that we may see and believe in you?" Our ancestors ate manna in the desert, as it is written. He gave them bread from heaven to eat. So Jesus said to them, "Truly, I say to you, it was not Moses who gave the bread from heaven. My Father gives you the true bread from heaven. For the bread of God is that which comes down from heaven and gives life to the world." So they said to Jesus, "Sir, give us this bread always." Jesus said to them, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never hunger, and whoever believes in me will never thirst." Amen.